Well, howdy everybody. Welcome to Horsepower TV. I am Horsepower. One of these days we'll get into how I come up with that nickname and all of that. But today I'm going to talk about something a little bit different than maybe I normally would be talking about. Prostate cancer. All of you other men out there, it is something to maybe take a little more seriously. It's something that we normally don't think about, but you can get it and not even know you have it until it's too late. To back up a little bit, I was diagnosed, well, to start before that, my regular doctor, who I go in and see about every 3 to 6 months due to my diabetes, had been taking blood work, and luckily he was doing and checking all things with my blood work, and he noticed my PSA numbers were going up. So he recommended I go up to the urologist, and they did a biopsy, and sometime around the middle of May they diagnosed me with prostate cancer. And I hadn't felt funny, I hadn't noticed anything any different. Nothing, everything was normal as far as I knew. By June 16th I was under the knife and had my prostate removed. It was completely inflamed with cancer, and it started to leave the prostate. I had a little spot up in my upper spine, starting in the bone, which you don't want. And after they removed my prostate, and they noticed there's a little spot of it in the fatty tissue underneath the prostate. Why he couldn't remove it or not, I don't know about all that. But anyhow, so I had 2 little spots to deal with after they removed the prostate. Now there's 3 different kinds of prostate cancer that they told me about. The first one you'll live with forever. It's so slow growing, and it's no big deal. The second one is a little more aggressive. They can treat it with different, medications and different things and keep it under control and just monitor it. The third one, which is what I have, is the aggressive one, and it's the one you don't want. It's the killer. And so they removed my prostate, which still contained 99.9% of all the cancer. So that was a good part, but the bad part is some of it had escaped. So I just spent since the 16th of June, I had been going in and out of the doctor's office and to the hospitals, doing different radiation treatments. I had some 5, 6, 7, I don't know, I had several treatments up on top, where they pinpointed the spot in my spine on top. And I just finished up on with 35 different treatments here in January 20th of doing my abdomen. They were doing lower dosage of radiation, but it was every day, 5 days a week. So the 35 treatments worth. And I came through it okay, as far as I only had a few days where I was sick, not feeling good, but it wasn't nothing I couldn't handle. And my last appointment was January 20th at 7 o'clock in the morning. And by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I was loaded with the cows, headed down the road. Might have been a little premature. I wished I could have afforded to take another couple weeks off. Because I was sicker than a dog the following morning from staying up all night long. Which, those of you who truck cows know we do a lot of that. Anyway, I just wanted to put this video out there for you guys. It's nothing to sneeze at. If you're not seeing your doctor on a regular basis, especially if maybe you're over 50. A doctor told me the other day a good analogy. He was 50 years old, so he had a 50% chance of getting it. 60, you got a 60% chance. 75, in other words, all men would get prostate cancer if you live long enough. It's inevitable. You'll get it. It feeds off your testosterone level, which, as you know, you get older, that kind of diminishes, but mine still got me anyway. So now I take a shot every 6 months, which I'll have to do at least probably for the next 5 years while they monitor it. Now I may be doing it for life. I don't know. They stick this old horse needle, stick you in the cheek of your ass, and don't feel very good, but it basically takes away all your but testosterone you have left, it takes it away. So energy level, I got none. Some of that might come back a little bit, but we'll see. Anyway, I would recommend at least every 6 months, if not once a year to start. I'd say every 6 months, because your PSA level can start rising pretty quickly. When they noticed mine start going up, it took about 7-8 months for it to come from a normal level to being worrisome. So once it starts to grow, depending on what kind it is, it doesn't take long if it's the aggressive one. So I wanted to put this out there for you guys to keep that in mind. And because if you get the one like I have and they catch it early, they can still, there's no guarantees, but they can still, maybe do something about it. If you let it go too long, because like I said, I didn't know I had it. It was just, I felt good, felt different. I didn't feel any different than I had for the past 62 years. So if I had not been going in on a regular basis, getting checked, I'd have never known I even had it until it was too late. So I just want to get that out there for you guys to keep in mind, and I'll kind of keep you posted as we go. Not that any of you really care, but who knows? Maybe one or two people might. Yeah, just stay on top of it. We face enough dangers out here every day in these trucks that you don't need something like that sneaking up on you when you're not even realizing it's coming. So anyhow, you guys have a good day. This is Horsepower signing out, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks, bye.